I gotta keep talking about this Jackson situation because once again it's very intriguing. It says right here, Catherine Jackson reinstated as guardian of Michael's children, which we already knew. She's co-guardian now with TJ. But I like to read this because this is very interesting what's going on, and I'll give you my opinion afterwards or during as I read. A judge says that the probate court found the matriarch was doing a wonderful job raising the kids, which we already knew. I mean, them kids are everywhere. They at every event. They at every charity event that the Jackson estate puts together for Michael Jackson and his legacy. So, and they look good. You see Paris tweeting all the time. See her on YouTube. They're growing up great. Paris and the rest of her brothers. That blanket, he seems a little. I know he's a young kid, but man. Anyway, I ain't gonna even say that. She says she didn't know of her alleged kidnapping until an inoperable TV at Tucson spa sprang to life. See, that probably was Michael Jackson's spirit. The lady. Now I gotta blame the siblings on this. They say Jermaine and Janet put this shit together, orchestrated this whole plan, and probably it was probably Rebbie, cause we know Marlon was crying. It was probably Rebbie, Janet, Jermaine, and Randy orchestrated this shit. Look, listen again. She says she didn't know of her alleged kidnapping until an inoperable TV at a Tucson spa sprang to life. That's goddamn sad. So this lady, she thinking everything being taken care of. She's at the spa just relaxing and enjoying herself. And she wants to see what's going on the news on TV. And it had to be shocking to see on TV that she was kidnapped. And I know she was like, somebody got to answer to this shit. What's going on? But okay, Michael Jackson's elderly mother learned that she had been reported missing when a broken television in her room at an Arizona spa suddenly powered on and began broadcasting a story about her alleged kidnapping, according to court documents filed Thursday. Catherine Jackson wrote that her companions at the isolated resort, a group identified in other court filings as including her children, Janet and Jermaine, the orchestrators, never told her that her grandchildren were trying to reach her. See? They was wrong. Janet and Jermaine were wrong. Let me go on and read it. Her cell phone was taken when she arrived at the Tucson spa. Her room phone didn't work. And when one of the people with me asked if I could communicate with my iPad, I replied yes. My iPad was also taken away, she wrote in a signed declaration. So this is some fucked up shit. Okay, they taking all her communication devices away. She has no way of contacting the kids. She has no way of calling home to see if everything is all right. You know, I understand that Janet and Jermaine are trying to protect their mom, trying to make sure that their mom is relieved of any type of stress or whatever. But they did more harm than good in this matter. Sometimes when you try to protect somebody, you end up hurting them worse, or you end up making situations worse. It was only when an inoperable TV in her room, a set she repeatedly asked to be fixed, sprang to life one morning that she found out she had become international news. While there was no picture, I heard a broadcast that stated I was missing, she wrote. Like, that's a goddamn shame. That had to be Michael Jackson's spirit. That wasn't nothing but, people would say, God. It had to be some type of spirit to tell her, look, your children are being assholes. They got this girl screaming on Twitter, asking where her grandma at. Now you know it had to be bad when she had to go on Twitter, because her aunts and uncles probably wasn't being honest with her. They wouldn't allow her. They didn't tell her the plan in the beginning. Okay, grandma need to go rest. All they had to do was say in the beginning, instead of trying to be sneaky and shit. And I think it got something to do with money. But all they had to do in the beginning is say, look, Paris and Prince and Blanket, grandma need her rest. We're gonna put grandma on a trip. We're gonna take grandma on. We're gonna send grandma on a trip to Arizona. So she need her rest. So she gonna go on vacation. That's all they had to do. But they out here trying to be sneaky and shit. But let me go on. The matriarch's account of the trip that sparked a very public family feud came in filings seeking her reinstatement as guardian for her late son's 3 children. Judge Michelle Beckoff, who had stripped her of guardianship last week amid the kidnapping allegations, reappointed her at a Los Angeles County Superior Court hearing Thursday. The judge said an investigation by the probate court found that Catherine Jackson was doing a wonderful job raising the 3 kids. It's clear to me the children are well cared for by Miss Jackson. It is clear to me they love her very much, he said. The cousin, tapped as temporary guardian, will stay on as co-guardian at the request of Catherine Jackson and the children. T.J. Jackson, 34, has helped raise the 3 since their father's 2009 death. And Beckoff said that given his background, he is the son of the Jackson 5's Tito. He can relate to the children. Diana Ross, named in Jackson's will as a backup guardian, met with the children Wednesday and approved of the arrangement, their attorney said. Catherine Jackson's attorney declined to elaborate on the filings, saying relatives were trying to move past the chaos. In an ABC News interview, Catherine Jackson denied being kidnapped, but in her court declaration, she described a coordinated effort to isolate her in Arizona. She wrote that on July 14th, a doctor was brought to my home stating that he had been in contact with my longtime personal physician and was coming to check on me because my personal physician was unavailable. That person, she said, suggested she fly rather than be driven to New Mexico, where her sons were performing in a concert. T.J. Jackson said in a previous declaration that the doctor was an imposter, brought in by one of his aunts to seduce her to take the flight, and I believe that. Catherine Jackson wrote that at the Arizona spa, she was reassured that the children were well and was not told that Paris Jackson had taken to Twitter demanding her return. See, this is what I'm saying. They wanted to protect her so bad, Janet and Jermaine and Rebbie and all this, that they caused a lot of damage. They caused a lot of damage. They should have been upfront and honest at the beginning. You ain't doing that but causing her. You tried to keep stress from her, but you ended up making it more hard. You ended up putting more stress on her with all these lies. Now, I thought Janet was better than that. At the time, I trusted the people I was with to be honest with me, she said. Look at this. Catherine said she trusted it. Even Catherine, even the mama saying, goddamn, my goddamn kids bullshitting me. One of her attorneys, Perry R. Sanders Jr., wrote that he flew to Tucson in an attempt to speak with her July 25th and met with Janet and Jermaine, the fucking corporates right here, but was not allowed to see his client. The following day, her lawyers went to court and she subsequently returned to California. Janet Jackson's publicist said the singer's only comment would be on Twitter, thanking fans for knowing fact from fiction. Yeah, we sure do know fact from fiction. A representative for Jermaine Jackson did not return a message seeking comment. In a statement Wednesday, Jermaine Jackson wrote that there was never a malicious attempt to block the kids from talking to her. We were simply worried that a call home would increase pressure on mother, and pressure was what a doctor said she didn't need. But you made it work. But you made more pressure on you, goddamn dumbasses. You increased the pressure tenfold with this stunt you and Janet pulled, you fucking dumbasses. Got the goddamn girl going on Twitter. You motherfuckers lying. Girl couldn't talk to her grandma. At least you let. God damn, they some stupid motherfuckers, man. He wrote that in an attempt at family peace, he was withdrawing his support for a letter by some of his siblings demanding that the resignation of the executors of Michael Jackson's estate. See right there? See, this shit is crumbling down now. This shit is crumbling down. Now, Jermaine pulled out. He pulled out of demanding that the executors step down. I wonder why. In their filings, Catherine Jackson's lawyers noted speculation about a plot to gain control over Mrs. Jackson as a means to get at funds belonging to the music idol's children, and expressed confidence in the new guardianship arrangement and preventing misconduct. TJ will be able to ensure that no outside forces try to divert the family allowance, the lawyers wrote. Now, I'm shocked at Janet. Now, this wasn't, I don't think this was all about mom need her rest. Mom need her rest. Let's send mom on a trip to Arizona. Cause they was so sneaky in what they was so manipulative and cunning in what they were doing. First, they get a doctor to tell Catherine that she needs to take a trip to Arizona, to calm her nerves down. Now they bring this fake doctor in to do that. And then, but they don't tell the kids that mom need a rest, mom need to take a vacation. No, they don't do that. That's some trifling shit. I'm shocked at you, Janet. It was already proven. Well, Prince Michael already put a tweet up showing you told the siblings not to allow the children to speak with the mother. You fucking everything up. You're making it worse, Janet. I thought you was better than that. You and your conspirators fucked up. And the spirits knew you was wrong, because you can't do wrong and get by. The spirits probably was Michael Jackson's spirit. Made Catherine Jackson, was talking to Catherine Jackson, was telling her to turn on the TV, was telling her to turn on, and that was just the spirit, because she turned on the TV and had to find out from the goddamn broken TV that she was kidnapped. That is reporting that she was kidnapped. And you motherfucker, dirty ass motherfuckers, didn't tell her nothing. Didn't say nothing. Was quiet about it. You dirty ass motherfuckers. That lady it could have been a lot worse than what it was. Thank God for Catherine Jackson. Thank God for Miss Jackson wanting to, she knew something was wrong. She said, why they taking why they taking away my damn phone? They taking away my iPad, taking away the TV. I can't watch. I can't do nothing. She was kidnapped. Shit, she was kidnapped by her family. That's true. You dirty ass, and you probably was. Y'all probably did have a plan. Y'all probably did have a plan in regarding that goddamn mistake. Cause if Randy was involved in it, yeah, you know it was a plan. Then Randy trying to turn the tables, talking about it was executors trying to do this. No, Randy, you trying to do it. You trying to do it, Randy. Y'all came up with this shit. And Janet went along with it. Went along with it. Jermaine went along with it too. Randy is the head conspirator of this goddamn of this whole goddamn thing. Randy is the #1 conspirator. He been the #1 he been the #1 person accusing the executors of the real estate of the Jackson estate. He was seen in the video with Janet, and they say Janet do everything Randy say. So Randy is the leader, and you know Janet and Randy are the two youngest, and you know they probably was the closest as growing up, because there's a lot of skits with Randy and Janet together. If you look at the old Janet, if you look at the old Jackson's show that they had in the 70s, Randy and Janet was the youngest. They did a lot of skits together, so they probably was close. But Janet let Randy get her involved in this dumb shit. Randy was trying to get money. Randy trying to get to that damn money, and he fucking everything up. He causing a divide with the family, within the family. Y'all need to leave Randy Jackson ass alone. He the cause of all this shit. He the head nigga in charge of all this bullshit. I guarantee you that. Peace. The Fizuk out.